Hi, welcome to Talk20 Raw and Real. We are back. I am Angela.
And I'm Paula.
We are going to do episode 2 of emotions. Unfortunately, we were going to do emotional eating. Mimi was going to do that, but she can't be here again with us this time. She's totally fine. But we miss you, Mimi. Get back here. So we are going to change it up just a little bit. We got some comments on our last video. And we got a couple questions, so that was kind of exciting. Right. So that's kind of what we're going to do, is do the comments and talk about those and the questions. And the comments, you know, a couple of you, there was a lot of nice compliments. You guys are so sweet. And thank you so much. We love you. But there was some improvement comments as well, which a couple of you were a little hesitant and didn't want to say anything. We're here to tell you we want to hear what you have to say, because I've posted in a couple places, if you don't know, you can't grow.
That's exactly right.
And we said from the very start, we have no clue what we're doing. We just know that we want to get out there and show some love and support and help and have a community.
Amen.
And help us. And I do want to say this, if there's anything that we mentioned that's helped us, or a product that, you know, Paula hasn't mentioned, let us know. Get a hold of us. Let us know what's worked for you. We'd love to share. This is what this is all about, is for us to help each other and help us grow. So, agree with that. Okay. This is episode 2, so if you have not seen episode 1, it is on negative healing, and I will tell you this, for those of you who haven't seen it, I love you, my brother. But it is a little detailed. I got a lot emotionally carried away there on my uncle and stuff, but hey, we want to tell you thank you so much for loving us anyway on our imperfections. And I like to say, my brother used to say all the time, you women, my God, would you please just get to the point of what you want to say? And you're really good at that. You're really good at getting right to the point without getting real detailed and windy.
It probably wouldn't hurt if I said a little bit more at times, but yeah, I'm kind of bad about just saying what I've got to say, and that's it.
No, that's awesome. The men in the family are really good at that. Us women, we're just like, anyway. So if you see episode 1, it's a little long, a little windy, but
it's worth it.
It is worth it. You'll get to the point, and we're getting better. So anyway, we had a question. Stacy and Kathy wrote in and had a question. It was kind of the same question, just worded a little differently.
Okay.
So I'm going to say it and then kind of give you some things that have helped me over the years. Paula, chime in anytime.
Okay, thank you.
And let me know anything that I forget. But Stacy and Kathy wrote in and said, I seem to always have negative feelings. I try and feel happy, but just can't get rid of them. And the first thing I want to say to you both, or to everyone, is you can't ever get rid of negative feelings. Like I said in the first video, we are designed to have emotions. And you're never going to get rid of the negative feelings, but what is it that you do with them if a negative one comes in and creates a story? Or something like that. Is it going to eat your lunch? Is it going to ruin your whole day, your whole week, your whole month? You know, these are tools here that I'm getting ready to tell you that helps you to not carry that on for very long, because it'll drag you down. So yes, I still have negative feelings, but I have tools that have helped me to get rid of it, and I don't live there. The first thing I would ask you both is, what is your surroundings? What are you exposed to? In other words, when you turn on the television, what do you watch? When you turn on the computer, what is it that you're watching? What kind of people are you hanging around? What are the conversations that you are exposed to all the time? I know that I'm one-on-one with a lot of people every single day, and the forefront of conversations today is what's going on in the country. And a lot of people are confused and don't understand and frustrated and angry and on and on and on and on. So a lot of times for me, I will hear that all day long, and I have to be really careful how much of exposure that I listen to.
Exactly.
And a lot of times I have to go home, and what I love is TBN, Trinity Broadcast Network. I like to get into the Word. I like positive books. I like anything that's positive that would help you that's positive. Maybe you like to exercise. Music. There you go. Anything that don't just live in the negative all the time. Try to be a balance, and that's what helps me, is just to be in that balance of one to the other. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does to me.
Is there anything you want to add to that?
No, I was just thinking that we do get saturated by what's going on out there, and so it is nice to be able to come home and, I have cable television, so I put on this 70s music, and
I love the 70s
sometimes
music.
I probably make some moves in the house that aren't too attractive, but it makes me happy, so.
That's right.
You just gotta shake it off sometimes.
That's right.
And
That's right.
and it's something you have to kind of teach yourself. You have to get out of that rut of going to the negative path and try to think, okay, how can I turn this into a positive? And that takes a lot of practice and a lot of work, and it's not going to happen overnight. And like you said, we're always going to have some negativity.
Always. And what I've learned, I've been doing this strong to change. I want to die to my old self and know what it's like to live and be happy the way we were designed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've been strongly doing this for 2 or 3 years. I do know it gets easier.
Mm-hmm.
But I do know this too, living in such negative, I talked about that in my first episode, negative, there's no energy. You can just sit back and it's going to come to you for free.
It drains you.
It really does. It takes work to be positive, and I will say this, if you want it bad enough, you will.
Mm-hmm.
You'll do it. And that's with anything, if to put up a fight, to stay positive. Because you can walk out the front door, be exposed to something, somebody torque you off, and it just ruins your whole day. So you have to force yourself to be happy and to be positive.
Mm-hmm.
But it does get easier with practice.
Yes.
That's wanting to change. Talk out loud. This is really kind of neat, and I've never thought about this before. If you have something like old recordings that you've had from, say, childhood or whatever, somebody's told you you're ugly or you're too fat or you can't do this, that, and something else. Those are recordings that keep playing in your mind all the time. When something comes in your mind like that, talk out loud. Say to yourself, oh no, I am not having this today. I am worthy, I am pretty, I am good, I can do this. And the moment that you speak out loud, the thoughts in your head goes away. It's the craziest thing, because you can't have a thought and speak out loud at the same time. So do that over and over again, and sometimes you might get mentally absolutely exhausted. But the more you do it, the better it helps, it works.
Exactly. Well, and not only that, if you have children or grandchildren, you don't want your precious baby, whether it be yours, a grandbaby, friend, or whomever, you don't want them to feel that way about themselves. And
see, that's huge. I don't have kids, so I can't relate to
well,
that. Yeah, that's great.
Think about that.
That's
and
true.
And so when you sit there, I look at my grandkids, and I want them to know how wonderful they are. And you don't have to put makeup on that pretty face. You're beautiful just the way you are. But then what's going on in the back of my mind is that the words aren't enough. I've got to back that up by my actions. So think about that as well. We've got to unlearn some of those things, some of those ways that we've kind of gotten ourselves into.
Yep.
And think, I'm gonna take that advice that I'm giving to that grandbaby or that good friend.
That's true. That's great. Thank you, Paula.
You're welcome.
So talking out loud, and this, I've got 2 more, and the rest of them that I will post on comments when I post the video, because we can't go into everything. We are on a time schedule. But journal. I know people have told me for years to journal, and I used to say, you got to be kidding, I don't have time to think, and you want me to journal? But I'm telling you, it works. I go home every single night, and whatever's happened today, and it could be very positive, I still write that. But if something has aggravated me or made me mad or aggravated, I journal it at night, and I think, okay, and I think back to that. What was I exposed to? What did somebody say to me that made me feel that way? And I write it down. And if you go back and look in past weeks and months, it's a pattern. And it's really kind of cool because you'll kind of see what triggers you and where it's coming from. And there's sometimes that you ever have those days where the minute your feet hit the floor, it's just been nothing but aggravating all day long.
Yep.
And I may come home and I may journal spent. And that's all I put in my journal. But underneath I'll put spent, but I'll put, but better days tomorrow. And you'd be surprised how that really kind of changes the dynamic of that. You'll see that better tomorrow, and it just kind of does something to your psyche or your brain or whatever. The very last thing, and it's very, very important that it's always helped me, go out and help somebody. Go out and give somebody a compliment.
Right.
You can find something about anybody and find something on them and give them a compliment. In fact, I was just, we're behind masks all the time now, and when we go to the grocery store, even we can't even tell if somebody's smiling at us, which is kind of sad. I'm gonna leave it be at that. But when I go to the grocery store, and it just happened last week, there was a lady walking by and she had the cutest haircut. Oh my God. And I was social distance, but I ripped that mask down and I said, oh my God, your haircut is dynamite. It looks so cute on you. And she went, oh, wow, thank you. She said, that just made my day. Feel that, do a test. Feel that way the energy shifts when you compliment somebody or make somebody's day. It actually puts a smile on your face too, and changes the way you think.
And that may have been the only positive thing they've heard that day.
Correct. You don't know what people are going through, so that's what is really huge. Get yourself out of your own way sometimes and get out there, especially if you're feeling lousy, get out there and make somebody else's day. Because it definitely will.
Oh, yes.
Definitely.
And that always makes you feel good too.
Oh, yeah.
So it goes both ways.
Absolutely. So those are some of the ways. Like I said, I will write down the rest of the ways underneath the video somehow. Our Michelle, we're missing Michelle today, our tech girl. Thank you so much, Mason, for taking her place. But she's going to do some kind of links or something to do all this. We have no clue what we're talking about on technology. But that's all we have time for today. Do you have anything else?
No, I'm going to be short to the point.
Yeah, there you go. She's so good at that. I'm going to try. I'm getting better. Anyway, thank you guys for listening. Until next Tuesday, what are we going to do next Tuesday? Is it sleep?
Yes, I think a lot of people have been having trouble with some sleep.
I've been here. Well, I've heard 3 people, my clients this week, talk about, and I'm kind of having a little problem sleeping too. So we're going to talk about sleep. And until next Tuesday, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you always. Write in your comments, things that have helped you. And that's what this is all about, is helping each other. So we love you. God bless. Until next time.